We good? All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Justin Willis here from Great Day on Fox 26. And today I'm hopping on because I kind of want to talk about what's going on in the WNBA. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of on the bandwagon now. A lot of exciting things happening there. Of course, you've got Caitlin Clark debuting in the league and all the buzz around that. You've got the newest team, the Golden State Valkyries, joining the mix now. And that's going to be up and ready to go soon enough here. But why don't we start there? Because the Golden State Valkyries, look at this. Here's the logo. You can kind of see it there. It's pretty awesome, right? I mean, check it out. You've got the that little triangle logo there. It's kind of the shape of the bridge. If you can make that out. I believe it's the Bay Bridge there. But I don't know. I'm on down. I don't have a WNBA team yet, so this just might be it. Most of my teams are Northern California teams. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan, for those of you that don't know. A lot of you already know that I'm a Giants fan and a 49ers fan. So might as well keep things going in Northern California and root for the Golden State Valkyries of the WNBA. I don't know if you guys realize how the popularity of the WNBA right now, but it's pretty wild. I've been trying to get into the whole bucket hat craze too. And so I went on Nike's app and I tried to get a WNBA bucket hat. Yeah, talk about being uber trendy, right? And they were sold out of them already. So I don't know. That's how popular things are getting. A lot of it can be attributed to Caitlin Clark, but also even before she jumped into the league, things were already starting to pick up with the Las Vegas Aces winning the WNBA championship last year. And it's really come a long way. And I do just kind of want to talk about where we're at with this whole WNBA craze right now, especially as it pertains to Caitlin Clark here. So I kind of want to just go over a few things about this with you. So let me pull this up really quick here. I already talked about the Golden State Valkyries there, but I want to talk about Caitlin Clark's debut here. First of all, this was a crazy debut viewership-wise. ESPN's reporting that there were 2.1 million viewers for Caitlin Clark's debut against the Connecticut Sun. And this was on the road, right? So imagine that. A lot of people showed up. I think the Connecticut Sun said this was their first sellout in their home arena since they debuted all the way back in the early 2000s in the WNBA. How did Caitlin Clark do in her debut? Well, she had 20 points. She did have 10 turnovers, but this is her first game. And for those of you wondering when her home debut is, that's going to be actually today, if you're watching this here on Thursday, May 16th. It happens at 4 o'clock. And if you're a Prime member, Amazon Prime, whatever, Prime Video, that game starts at 4 o'clock. So you can tune in to see that, and we'll find out how many viewers watch that. But this is her home debut, so it's going to be an even bigger deal there in Indianapolis for that debut. So yeah, 2.1 million viewers there for Caitlin Clark's debut. Like you said here, as it says here, they peaked at 2.3 million viewers at one point. By the way, the Sun won that game 92-71. So she wasn't victorious in her debut. Maybe she'll have different luck against the New York Liberty today at 4 o'clock here. This was the most watched WNBA game since the Los Angeles Sparks and Houston Comets, and they averaged about 2.5 million viewers. That was on NBC back on a 2001 Memorial Day weekend, by the way. So, pretty wild stuff going on with Caitlin Clark here. She's extremely talented, but so are a lot of players in the league. But for whatever reason, Clark is really creating a lot of buzz and doing a lot of work to get the WNBA on the map and really just driving the bandwagon right now. Again, I'm on board too. So a couple of things I want to talk about here with Caitlin Clark and her debut. We're trying to kind of dissect her popularity with what's going on here. So, everybody's like, why is she so popular? Well, she did just set the record for all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball. So there is that. She's had a record-breaking career. What was it? 3,951 points with 1,144 career assists, 990 rebounds. That's while she was in college there. So that's kind of a big deal and a big reason about why she went number one in the WNBA draft. She has a lot of awards here Of course, she won the AP Player of the Year twice, the John Wooden Award, Naismith College Player of the Year. So that's a healthy buzz there, right? What else here? She's got a lethal shooting range. If you've seen her shoot, she's almost automatic, like kind of like Steph Curry, right? You watch Steph Curry and he's at the arc, you know he's going to make it most of the time, right? It's kind of the same deal with Caitlin Clark there. Nobody in women's sports history, or excuse me, women's college basketball history has been able to shoot three-pointers like Caitlin Clark has. She has the record for most three-pointers in a women's season by making 201, and that was 54 more than the second place holder in the collegiate record books there. So that's pretty awesome. And she's pretty flashy in her moves. You know, she can dish some pretty solid, slick assists, passes to her team. And she just really was just dominant throughout her entire collegiate career. Why else might she be really nice? I don't know. A lot of people say she's really nice. She was born in the Midwest. She was actually born near Des Moines in the Des Moines, Iowa area. She went to Dowling Catholic High School. What else here? She obviously she was good in high school basketball. Her family is a bunch of athletes. And if you didn't know, a couple of the fun facts about Caitlin Clark: she's played softball, volleyball, tennis. She also played some golf before focusing on basketball. So she is a multi-talented athlete. Now, another thing about Caitlin Clark is, I mean, she's fun to watch. Let's just put it that way. I bring up the slide of A'ja Wilson because, unfortunately, there's, Caitlin Clark's popularity is going to take a serious turn. And, credit to A'ja Wilson because she's a WNBA champion herself. But, a lot of you have been maybe thinking, what has A'ja Wilson said? Because this happened just recently where she believes that a lot of Caitlin Clark's popularity has to do just with the simple fact that she's white. I don't want to get a whole lot into that, but I can see where A'ja Wilson is coming from. You look at how hard a lot of Black women work in professional sports, and to see something, this kind of wave of popularity that's been happening for Caitlin Clark, you wonder. It's like, well, I put in all this hard work. How come, we don't see this kind of attention for other athletes? I don't have an answer to that. I just kind of want to cover my bases here and let you guys know that this is what A'ja Wilson said. So I want to kind of go over some comments here about what she said, and then Caitlin Clark's response to it here. A'ja Wilson had come out and said that she thinks that, hold on, I'm going to find it here for you. She was talking about how she thought that race was an element tied into Caitlin Clark's popularity. She thinks it's a huge thing. She says a lot of people may not think that it's about black and white, but to her, it is. And that's a quote here. She told that to the Associated Press. And here's the quote goes on to say, it really is because you can be top notch at what you are as a Black woman, but yet that may be something that people don't want to see. They don't see it as marketable, so it doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter what we all do as Black women. We're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is. And that's end of quote to what A'ja Wilson said. When Caitlin Clark was asked for a response to that, she kind of brushed it off, but here's what she said. It was a very quick comment. All she said was, quote, "I think there are opportunities for every single player in women's basketball." And that was right before her debut. And then another quote she said was, "I think more opportunities we can give across the board, that's what's going to elevate women's basketball." And just my opinion, it would seem that that's what's happening here. We've seen the popularity and the rise of popularity just this week in the WNBA with the viewership of Caitlin Clark's debut, and with the debut of the announcement of the Golden State Valkyries there. So, whether race is a part of it or not, I'm not going to offer my opinions on that. But A'ja Wilson's comments are very valid, and a very diplomatic response from Caitlin Clark there. Anyhow you look at it, A'ja Wilson does some exciting things on the basketball court, and a big part of why the Las Vegas Aces won WNBA title last year. Caitlin Clark, she's a rookie. She's only going to be playing her second game in the league tonight. We'll see what happens with her. We've seen a lot of rookies that have had so much hype over the years that have just you just end up fizzling out. Nothing ever becomes of them, and they sometimes go to the bench. But it just seems like I think the bottom line is they're all doing this for the love of the game. And at least from what I've been seeing as I've been kind of monitoring the situation, and I'm not a sports expert by any means, just by what you see online and what you're seeing at these games, and you see the attendance picking up. It seems like women's basketball is definitely on the upswing. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely looking forward to maybe trying to catch a WNBA game of some sort, especially when the Golden State Valkyries start, maybe hopping over to Vegas and watching A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces. But, I want to know what you guys think. I mean, as far as Caitlin Clark's popularity, does she, is the buzz warranted? Are you excited by watching her? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments here. And, I'm hoping I can get on here and do a few more sports things like this here on the StreamYard here, because especially with women's sports, I'm really starting to see just how popular it's going to be here with, especially with women's basketball here. But also, there are days where I don't get to do the Willis Sports Report on great day, and maybe this is a way of making up for it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Caitlin Clark here and this whole WNBA craze right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you in the mornings on a great day. Have a great day, everybody.